What's up, guys? And welcome back to Let's Play Elden Ring Kita Edition! Had to do one of those. Had to. So, I got a hot tip, yo. I got a hot tip on the YouTubes from Vermilion's Edge. There's a boss at night behind the War Master's Shack, which I didn't go to yet, but I know about that guy, where the giants are, and another outside of Morn's castle at night where the bats are, also at night. So I actually don't know about this nighttime boss outside of Morn's castle. I also don't know what he's referring to in terms of where the bats are, but I'm going to do a quick little search around. And while I'm doing that, I want to talk to you guys about the Church of Rot. I was going to try to do some sort of church joke. Like, will you join the Church of... Like, there's some joke in my head that I can't remember, but let's talk about Rot real quick while I do this quick look, because I should have done this ahead of time to find out where the boss is, but I thought it'd be fun if I was just surprised by something. Yeah, I have no idea where the bats are, to be honest. When they say where the bats are, where the bats at? Oh, here's the bats. Okay. Right? I see bats. Whenever I say bats, like I'm like, it's just in my head imagining Batman. Like, bats! Okay, this ain't anything. Not the right bats. There's bats everywhere. They're just general enemies. There is another area with bats, though, by the minor Erd tree. But there's bats everywhere. It's not really much of a direction hint. So, what was I saying? Oh. I guess I didn't go to these jellyfish, did I? There's a thing here. I'll grab it and run. Somber Smithing Stone 2 and Arteria Leaf. The Somber Smithing Stone 2 is good for leveling up your special type of weapons, like the one I just got. By the way, I think what I'm going to do this episode is go to, I'm going to go to a special area. Oh, there's some more bats over there. Maybe. I'm going to go up to, Aeonia Swamp, basically. Or Caelid. And we're going to be able to talk about Rot a little bit, which is really one of the goals. And actually, you know what? Actually, sort of nice that I went this way just for taking out this guy. How about that? Poison Mist. Very nice. Okay, here's some more bats. Yeah, I don't know. He said outside of Castle Morn, and I'm kind of far away from Castle Morn at this point, so I have no idea, unless it's something within Castle Morn, like on the backside. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I'll try that real quick. And then I'm just gonna move on. Sorry. I'll find this on my own time and then come back to it. But I know I was just wondering maybe there were like bats on this side of the castle since it is outside of Castle Morn. But I think all it is jellyfish. Okay. Yeah, I'm not finding it. So, I'll come back another time. I apologize. We're going to start here at Saint's Bridge. And basically, we're heading to Caelid, which is like infested with rot everywhere. And we're going to find out a lot about rot, basically. And what rot has done. What hath it wrought? What hath it wrought? Actually, this really helps the left swing for him. I always was used to the right swinging. Insane pumpkin head is taking me out. And he always drops the same thing here too. Keep on interrupting myself from talking about Rot, but I just don't want to ruin it, man. I just don't want to ruin it. That's not really why. So I'm heading this way because, for one, I was asked to use the different weapon, so I will do that. And also, it's just fun to me anyways.
Are you here as a customer?
See if he has anything interesting to sell. A nomadic cookbook, sure. Where am I at for runes? Oh, I love bandit masks. I love equipping those. Maybe I'll use that, actually. That's fun. I need to buy it for my main game. Let's throw on a bandit mask so we look all badass. Yeah. Now we're ninja. Okay. Also, supposedly there's an NPC somewhere around here, and I don't know where. I was told the graveyard, I think. but I don't know if I ever found the NPC, to be honest. Okay. So, there's something I was realizing with Rot.
There's no mistake,
Oh my god,
is
I
there?
never found this guy.
Death has left its mark.
Oh!
Once again. Ah, a tarnished, are you? I'm known as D. I hunt down those who live in death and weed their death root. Heed my warning. The village here has been touched by death. And worse yet, it is home to a mariner. If you value your life, then go no further.
Okay, so I never found D here. He ends up in Roundtable Hold when you go there. So I wonder if he's only here before you go to Roundtable Hold. That said, see how he has this armor set here? He actually, there's a twin version, so this might be a different version of D than the one who's in Roundtable Hold.
The village here has been touched by... Turn back.
So actually, the fact that it's nighttime is good because we're actually going to run into that mariner that he's talking about. It's specifically a nighttime thing. So let me go run to that site of grace. And yeah, that's actually going to be a good thing that it's nighttime. And he's cluing us in on this mariner here. So thank you. If we get the beast eye is something that he's going to help us get. That quivers anytime we're somewhere where there is one. And then we kind of know to return during nighttime. But yeah, this is the mariner that he's talking about. And you actually find multiple tibia mariners. This isn't the only one. But, where did he warp to? I always forget. Or I guess I didn't forget. I just didn't know that was where his warping spot was. Also, tibia mariner brings back to life some of these guys. Yeah, honestly, usually tibia mariner is pretty easy to me. Also, I think we're a little over leveled for this specific tibia mariner, to be honest. Yeah, just based off of how much he hurt us just now, and the fact I'm taking out these zombies right away. I know I'm still not talking about Rot, but I promise I will get to it. I promise you guys. I will talk about some sweet Rot. Because it's something I've been thinking a lot about, and I finally came to this realization that made me feel like an idiot for not realizing it sooner as I was thinking about Rot, because Rot is a really big deal in this game. So Rot is basically like poison, but worse. It's essentially the poisonest of poisons in the game, where poison poisons you and drains your health slowly. Rot poisons you, basically, and rots away your health very quickly. So you gotta watch out for Rot. So for killing this guy, we're going to get a death root and the skeletal militiaman ashes. So this also gives me a chance to look at the poison that I picked up that I didn't. Skeletal militiaman ashes. These are the spirits of militiamen who live in death and will continue to rise again until properly finished off. This is the grotesque fate of those who come into contact with death root. That's interesting. That death root just keeps on making you rise again, I suppose. And again, we found out that's based from the death rune for the death root. Okay, so poison mist. Release the poisonous mist before the caster. Incantation of the servants of Rot. Oh, so poison comes from Rot too. Apparently it's an offshoot of Rot. I didn't realize that. Speaking of Rot, speak of the devil. Those who dwell within poison know Rot all too well. The death that begets life, that comes to all equally. That is to say, it is the cycle of rebirth put into practice. So we're getting rebirth themes here. Very, very From Softy, Dark Soulsy with rebirth and all that. The cycle of life sort of stuff that they like to talk about a whole lot in From Software games. It's pretty much their MO. I'm assuming there's going to be a cellar here, by the way. I'd have to assume that. I think just about every village has a cellar somewhere or something hidden. And I don't think this guy was the only thing here. Smithing Stone 1, thank you. So the thing I was realizing about Rot is that everything in the game is based around the Erd Tree, right? The gigantic tree, and the Erd Tree basically brought a type of life to the people and power and all that. And when the Earth Tree... Oh, I'm trying to hit them with my torch, that's why it's doing it. Shit all for damage. The Erd Tree brought about Rot. Or sorry, I'm mixing up my words. I want to get to that. But the Erd Tree brought about life. Yeah? And eventually this Rot struck, and this great Rot started killing and devastating certain characters that we're going to meet. Like, as an example, I think not Nicola, but the girl at the beginning, the Valkyrie character, I believe that she was beset with rot or used rot against Radahn, and Radahn is just poisoned by rot, basically. That's driven him insane. I'm not finding a cellar, so maybe there just isn't one in this specific area. Maybe it was just the tibia guy. Well, at least it's always easy enough to come back to and check out again. Oh, hey! Deal talked to us again. He moved. That was pretty fast.
Another fool who won't listen to reason, eh? But with a prowess for weeding Deathroot. How would you like to earn the strength of beasts? If you're inclined to hunt more of those who live in death and weed their Deathroot, then I'll introduce you to Garank, the beast clergyman. I have a matter of my own to attend to, and the beast himself wishes for someone to take my place. What say you?
Okay.
Very well. Show me your map. I've marked the location for you, of a hidden gateway. It will lead you to Garank, the beast clergyman. I have a matter. I spotted the mark of the centipede here in the village. An ill-omened symbol that should not be. Someone or something threatens the sanctity of the Golden Order and must be eradicated.
A centipede?
What is it? Still milling about? The map indicates where the gateway is hidden. It will lead you to Garank.
He just says something about, like, the centipede. That was different. I wasn't expecting that. He never said that to me in the Roundtable hold. So this is where he's going to go. It's a warp place, basically. But first I'm going to go ahead, run to Carrier real quick and get what I want to get. And then I'll also want to check down here, might as well. And then we'll go ahead and do our warp. I do want to try to do Margit today, too, if I have time. But ideally, I'd like to do Margit. Oh, wait. Is this another... Oh, I didn't finish the village. That might be why I didn't find the cellar. Because perhaps I just didn't get to the part where the cellar is. And hopefully that's the case, and that's why. So, oh my god, I just realized my health. I just realized my health. I just realized my health. I wasn't paying attention to it because I am a fool of a took. I don't know. Sometimes I quote Lord of the Rings. When I was in high school, it was when... Basically, that's when Lord of the Rings was releasing, was while I was in high school. And before the Two Towers came out, I would just have Fellowship of the Ring on in the background every day while I was doing homework, just as, like, comfort in a way. So, that's my sweet Lord of the Rings tale for you guys. Yeah, I guess it really was just a case of I didn't finish exploring the village. And what is that guy, and why does he have that mark over him? Oh, wait. Oh, it's a stone sword key. And it's just a turtle. Oh, I know what this is. Okay. This is actually going to be an item related to the turtle. So don't kill the turtle. Turtles are awesome. Turtles are the best. And I promise we'll get back to rot. I promise. Yeah, see all the turtles down here? Because turtles are sick. When I was in Hawaii just surfing, I had like turtles all around me the whole time. They kind of became a lucky animal for me, actually. Green Turtle Talisman. This is going to slowly recover your stamina. So it's a really good talisman here. A talisman in the shape of a green turtle raises stamina recovery speed. Turtles are known as nutritious ingredients, symbolic of an inexhaustible power. However, those who hold turtles to be wise creatures consider the practice of eating their meat to be barbarous, or barbarous. That would be me. I love turtles. Don't eat turtles. Turtles are the best. I'm not a vegetarian, but don't eat turtles. I guess I don't like eating animals I consider to be kind to us or intelligent, I guess. Like, I don't know. I guess then again I like bacon, so who am I to talk? Okay, let's continue along this way. We'll worry about the cliffside later. There's a jail dungeon over there, actually, that has two sides, which is pretty interesting. But first, let's go into Caelid. And I'm actually going to ignore that tower to the left there. I think there's an invasion there, and I think that invasion is probably way too high level for me, is my guess. Maybe not, but I think it is. Another lore-filled sword area here, possibly? Wait, where is the sword? No, one of my friends was telling me that there's a Berserk reference here, like clearly Berserk with these sword graveyards, and I was like, there's a sword graveyard everywhere. I don't think that specifically is a Berserk reference. But maybe this one is, because I'm not seeing a sword lore thing here. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Because they're all the same. They're like, no, specifically it's the one outside of Castle Morn. I'm like, that's the same as the one you find everywhere. Lord Godfrey, the first demigod, essentially, the first of the first. At last, at the end of his campaign, his golden armies unvanquished and unbowed, yet finds grace lost, tattered and faded. So, I don't know if that's just, again, the cycle thing there, to be honest, with how life is cyclical, which it could be. There's sometimes it's funny, like, I'll, like, be going through real quick some of my, like, videos and rereading things and, like, have a whole new interpretation where I'm like, oh, why didn't I notice that while I was doing the Let's Play? So maybe it'll be the case for that. We're at lovely, lovely Caelid. It's the best. The best. Caelid is filled to the brim with rot. I think that's what's giving it this red hue. Oh, no! Melanin, no!
Forgive me. I've been testing you to determine if the Elden Ring would truly have you. If you had the mettle to endure this long and arduous path. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Roundtable Hold, gathering place of tarnished champions, guided by grace.
Okay, let's go to Roundtable Hold. So basically, she appears. It's not if you go to Caelid to take you to Roundtable Hold. Anytime you go to a location outside of Limgrave, or once you beat Margit and rest there, she will take you to the Roundtable Hold. So, I guess I'm not 100% positive about Liurnia if you skip Stormvale, but I'm guessing so. I know any of the sites of grace you rest at in Caelid, it's going to take you to Roundtable Hold. And again, I know 100% positive. Margit, if that's the first time, if you haven't gone to Caelid yet, she's going to take you to the Roundtable Hold then, after you defeat Margit.
Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
All right, the Roundtable Hold. So I'm actually not allowed to attack here. There are plenty of really interesting NPCs here. So again, I keep teasing talking about Rot, but I'm going to have to put it on a hold for just a moment to talk to some of these NPCs. So D appears here, as I was talking about.
Hello again. You haven't gone to see Garank yet, have you? Well, no rush. You do as you please. Just as long as he doesn't starve to death, eh? Go to Garank only if you feel the time. Killing those who live in death and weeding their death root is a path not to be trod without ample resolve. Go killing those.
So basically, to progress his storyline, we just have to go talk to Garank. Next guy we're going to talk to here is Sir Gideon Ofnir.
Oh, this is a rare occasion. I can't remember the last time a new Tarnished made their way to the Round Table. Very well. As your senior, I bid you welcome. It is safe here. You may let down your guard.
Yeah, I literally cannot attack. And I wonder if From Software just did that so people want to keep attacking NPCs and they didn't have to create quest lines and stuff with the NPCs, but I'm not sure.
Allow me a word of advice. As your senior, you are a mere visitor to the Round Table. Nothing more. a house guest. Yet to earn their keep. Remember your place, newcomer. There's nothing left to say. Be at your leisure. There's nothing left.
Thank you, Sir Gideon, the All-Knowing! Yeah, so we're going to be starting to meet a bunch of the NPCs who we heard during the intro, a bunch of the Tarnished that are really special, so that's our first one. Yo, what up?
Ah, hello. You must be new here. Well, just call me Dialos. The honor of one's house holds little import in these lands. By the way, have you met a young woman named Lanya on your travels? She's my servant, but fickle as the wind. Take your eyes off her for but a moment and she's good as gone. If you find her, please be sure to tell me.
I love how he says the house means little, or the honor of your house in these parts, but like eventually that's all he starts talking about.
Be sure to tell me if you meet a young woman named Lanya. She's a servant to my house. She's been my companion since childhood. I've lost count of the number of times I've had to find her like this. Honestly, she's such a little tomboy. Be sure she's a servant. She's been
So
I've lost count
the
of them,
way to
honestly.
progress his plot line is essentially going to Liurnia. I don't think there's any way to save her as far as I'm aware. Another NPC over here.
Oh, I see you've just arrived. Welcome to the Roundtable Hold. I'm Corin, a man of the cloth. I teach incantations, the strength granted us by the Two Fingers, and explore the secrets of the Golden Order, so that one day, if a Tarnished of the Roundtable Hold should become Elden Lord, I might counsel them, ensuring order regains its proper form, righting rule over men. By the way, do you still see it? The guidance of grace.
Sure.
You do? Wonderful news. Most Tarnished are blind to it these days. You are something of a rare breed. Well, what do you say? Care to learn an incantation of the Two Fingers?
So this is going to be our priest character. He teaches you incantations. When you find prayer books, you can give them to him.
Order shine through you.
All right, let me see how many keystones do I still have? Stone Sword keys, 3. Okay, just want to make sure I have some for when I go to Stormvale.
Further study of I can happen.
Okay, that's all he's got for us so far. Okay, so you know what? Screw it. Let's go through this door. This character will never talk to you. His name is Ensha. I actually thought it was a girl first, but it turns out it's a guy. Thanks. What do you want? Ensha, I believe, works for Sir Gideon, basically, so that's just a little tidbit on Ensha. Eventually, a character will appear here who we can talk to, but not yet. This character will take the twin mating husks will take your bell bearings, so we don't have any yet, but I'll talk about it when we get it. And why am I able to buy so much from them right now? That's odd. I didn't realize that they sold. You know what? Actually, initially this was stuff that was sold by a different character, so I guess they changed who sold this. That's actually really interesting to me. This used to be sold by a different character, and the husks used to not sell this, so that must have been a patch, and they decided to switch who sold it. So that's interesting. Yeah. So basically, this area, this door that's closed off, you'll be able to go to once you get your first great rune, and the character in there is what you do for like buying boss clothes and stuff like that, and they used to sell all those things. I was wondering where it went. I was like, why did they stop selling them? But I guess that's why. Interesting. Now I know. Okay. Eventually your spirit tuner who upgrades your spirit stuff is going to be there, and here is our blacksmith.
Your new face. No matter. It's all the same. Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
Something about Smithing Master Hugh here before we do anything is that see all the stuff over him? That's how we can tell he's actually of the Omen race. So, whereas obviously we're Tarnished, the race that he is specifically of the Omen. which we're going to be meeting more of. And Margit, for example, is an Omen character. So here, if I wanted, I could level up my greatsword, but I'm not going to. This is essentially how you do anything past +3s with him.
I see you've noticed the chains. Nothing special. I'm a prisoner, and these are my chains. I'm trapped by the hold. I'm dying, smithing for you fools. That's all there is to it.
So then the question is why and who put him there, right?
No, don't read too much into it. I've no grudge against you. My being a prisoner is no fault of yours. Besides, I don't mind smithing. Despite my differences, the weapons get stronger all the same. Given time, technique never fails.
Yeah.
Besides, it helps me forget the sheer terror of her.
Ooh. Of who? Who might he be referring to? Okay, now we find another one of the NPCs from the intro, Fia, the Deathbed Companion. Other thing, too, is here you can change your look if you want. So we could do that as well.
Greetings, great champion called by grace. I am Fia. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Roundtable Hold. Great champion, would you allow me to hold you? But briefly, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor and your stout-heartedness. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion, and you, I am sure, will bear a Balderkin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act.
Yeah, I'm ready.
My thanks, great champion. You are very warm.
Okay,
What
Balderkin's
you
blessing.
felt light up inside you was a Balderkin's blessing. Though it is but a fleeting thing, I am afraid. Come back to me, should you require another. I will take you in my arms as often as you need.
All right, thank you, Fia. The thing that she just gave us, by hugging us, she actually gives you a negative status effect. So I didn't know that until actually I think like yesterday or 2 days ago, and I've been playing the entire game with that status effect. So see that down on the top left? For some reason I have a turtle thing up, the turtle neck meat up, but maybe that's because of the charm I'm wearing for the stamina. But the down is from what she just did to us on the top left there. Let's go ahead and look at the Balderkin's blessing that she gave us, though. So, favor bestowed by Deathbed Companion. Protection of a hidden temple in the guise of a bedchamber. The favor allows one to forget any aches and pains. In death, there's only peace, for in death, there can be no sensation. So, yeah, anyways, let's talk to her again.
Would you like me?
Something actually someone had to tell me was to get held by her again. And actually that will... Essentially that progresses her storyline even though she can't give you another blessing. I don't know if it does it right here. But it does eventually. And I actually don't want to do it yet. But I will eventually do it.
Very warm. I was known as a deathbed companion. Where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes. Then
So
good day
weird.
to you, my dear.
Oh, she doesn't let you do the rest of the quest line yet. You know what? I'm gonna try one more time to see if I can progress it, and if it keeps on moving it forward or not.
Would you like the blessing?
All
Would
right,
you like?
sure. Let's whatever. It's just so slow. But I am curious to see, because I would like to get the item she gets, and not use it yet. But I am very curious.
You are so. Then good day to you.
No, I guess you can't progress it yet. All right, I know later in the game you can. I don't know exactly when, but yeah. I guess I'll talk about the rest of her quest line when we can do it. So eventually you want to keep doing that and coming back. I'm going to go ahead and use the Baldachin's Blessing. I guess just right now, so I don't have to think about it. So down there are a bunch of Stone Sword keys you can use. I'm not going to use mine yet. I'd rather use them at Stormvale. I'll get more at Stormvale too. I'll just come back here later because it's not really pertinent. Something I want to show here is this actually says rest at Table of Lost Grace. So it's like you don't really have the grace anymore, it feels like to me based on the name. And it's actually the Table of Lost Grace that you're warping to on your map. So I find that pretty interesting, honestly. It's something I still have to think about towards the lore and the story of the game. We're going to go down here. It's the one place you can fight. I think there's only one PvP little bout that gets summoned here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Magton Alberich. Do I know that name anywhere else? I don't know. Reverential bow. He's actually bowing right now. If you want, you can use that opportunity when he bows to get a backstab on him every single time. I found that when he runs up, you can usually get like a few hits on him. Nope, and then you just want to get the hell away. This is pretty much probably only because I'm using a heavy enough weapon, to be honest, that I'm able to do this to him. Also, eventually he's going to heal. But yeah, it's basically like you just want to time it out for like as he's getting close to you, you try to get a hit in. Yeah, so that's like his one and only heal that he has used there. But again, like I said, the strategy probably only works because of the weight of my weapon. I doubt it works if you have anything lighter. Like, I don't know if a normal longsword would work for this method. It's just because I'm able to do that stagger to him. Alright, stop it, you jerk. Gonna keep on trying to freeze me, huh? Yeah, he pretty well wrecks you if he hits you at this level and this stage, but okay, that's why I'm like immediately running away, just because, like I said, he just wrecks the hell out of you. Oh, I thought he was gonna get me there. All right, I'm gonna roll away and play a little safer here. Oh no, he was going for the chug, and I missed the opportunity. Ah well. You know, I don't feel safe yet, even though I'm doing pretty good, because honestly, he can really wreck you really fast. So that combo attack right there he's doing, it might be able to take me out in one hit, and if not, very close to one. I like how I can just literally like walk away from that other one. I'm trying to stagger my attacks a little bit to throw him off of his roll, by the way. I'm not hitting R1 immediately after a lot of times because I know that he's gonna roll away. I like how he's already almost dead and he just killed himself a little more to try to do a little bit of damage to me. So there you go. That's a nice cheesy, easy way to beat him if you're having trouble with him. For calling Finger Remedy and a Taunter's Tongue from him. Let's go ahead and look at the Taunter's Tongue. Lures in invaders. This allows your world to be invaded without any furled fingers cooperators present, and it also shortens the interval between windows of opportunity for invasion. Additionally, enables the arrival of a second invader to join when a cooperator is present. With 2 invaders, the maximum number of cooperators becomes 1. I'm trying to remember the other thing that I got. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like pulling a blank here on the other item that I picked up. Was it Reduvia? No, I already had that, didn't I? Was it a weapon? I'm sorry, guys. I was like so in the mode of like I'm being attacked and I just need to kind of like run back and deal with him. Oh, the Cipher for Pata, that's what I got. One of the weapons originating from the 2 fingers. A formless sequence of ciphers comprise its blade, and as such, no shield can repel it, deals holy damage. The furtive inscription appears to hang in the air, the language of light spoken by the 2 fingers. So interesting. Okay. And yet, I feel like I don't really know much of it. Alright, we're going back to the Rot View balcony. So I can talk about Rot and get the thing I wanted to get. By the way, everything that D said for the most part, there's a little bit more he said here. But most of it he'll say in Roundtable Hold when you first meet him there. So don't worry about missing him where I just found him. It didn't seem to do much. It's rotting. Everything rotting scarlet. The very earth that Caelid rests upon, and Celia, town of sorcery, which we just heard about recently. The end is nigh for all of us. The scarlet rot is here. Great. So, alright. We're kind of getting an idea of what rot is, right? I kind of already spoiled my theory a little bit, or what I was realizing, I should say. But, you know, a lot of the game is based off of rebirth and death and things like that, and trying to live too long, and, you know, the normal stuff that Soulsy games love to always do. Roll O Flame, thank you. Really what I want is here, but I just figured, well, I was next to that guy, might as well grab it. The Greatsword, and now we are going to run the hell away before I get absolutely wrecked. Which these guys will do to me real fast, real fast. Alright, we're going to get out of Caelid. That was all I came for, was that Greatsword. The reason I wasn't leveling up, by the way, was because I wanted to level up my Greatsword so I can use it. I'm not going to use it for Margit, actually, just because it is so damn slow. But I will use it pretty soon. But I'm going to go ahead and level it up and maybe level up as much as I can. I just don't want to use it for the start specifically of the next area, just because maybe I will actually for Stormville Castle. All right, let's go back to the Table of Lost Grace. And now I'm changing it up. Changing up the weapon. If you guys don't like me using this Ultra Greatsword, let me know. But for the time being, I'm going to use that. Roderica's not here, so that's good. I've heard that you can progress her storyline without finishing Stormville, and I always thought it progressed when you finish Godric, and I'm not actually sure what the answer for why is, or what exactly does it. But let's go ahead and strengthen my Gut Sword. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, nice. We just leveled that up like mad. All right, so Great Sword plus 5 now. You can see this 211 plus 92, and I haven't even switched it. Oh, I guess because I can't, to be heavy, which I'll do. Actually, I'm going to get the thing to do that when I'm in Stormvale. A coarse iron lump of an ultra great sword, and this is clearly a Berserk reference, 100% here. It literally is Guts' sword, and even calling it a coarse iron lump is a Berserk reference. Though handling it likely requires the wielder to have surpassed the realm of the merely human, it is precisely for this reason the weapon is used to slaughter even inhuman foes. Grabbing it makes me heavy, so honestly that's part of... I want to see what I can use. The chitin armor keeps me at medium, and that's gonna be heavy. Let's do cloth. I'm gonna be guts, I guess, for now, and just do no armor. Let's do some bracers. Whatever. I look silly, and I don't care. That's why I was starting to up my endurance, by the way, was so I could use this sword, because I knew it was gonna be super heavy on me. But I am able to equip it properly because I got my strength up to 31, which you can see. You could two-hand it otherwise, but I got it to where I needed it to be, as I've got my strength at 31, dex at 13. There is a cool sword that uses intelligence later on I might want to use, but that's like an ultra great sword, but for now I'm going to stick with this. And it's time now to head into me talking really slowly. I was just trying to think while I was talking if I wanted to do anything else. I didn't even finish talking about my Scarlet Rot theory, did I? I keep on teasing it and not talking about it. It's amazing. Okay. Rot. So, like I was saying before, we keep on hearing this idea of rebirth, and like the idea of people trying to live too long is present here, just like it was in Souls, right? Like Gwyn trying to keep his reign going, and there are 2 item descriptions I need to look at now before I forget. Let's talk about Rot later. I'm driving you guys crazy, I'm sure. I am sure of it. But it makes me laugh. So I'm gonna look at the item descriptions and then talk about rot, and then we'll go to market. I'll do it before we go to market. Whoa, this is like a horror-looking thing with how it looks diagonal here with the camera angle. All right, anyways, let's see what I've gotten. So I got an Ash of War. Was it Wild Strikes? Wild Strikes, swing armament with Wild Abandon. Honestly, these usually don't have much lore on them. Oh, but it grants an armament to heavy affinity. So actually, I'm going to want to equip it anyways, just to get the heavy affinity, even though it's not necessarily the coolest sounding Ash of War. It might be cool, but that's really why I'm going to equip it. We also got the Flame right here. The Flame, oh Flame. Whirl o' Flame. Superior incantation of the Fire Monks, which is characters who are, to my understanding, I think they're essentially guarding a special flame in the game. Speaking of fire, they're charged with guarding it, basically. Fire beguiles those who gaze into it, and so the guardians of the flame are also its worshippers. And let's go ahead and talk about affinities now. So, because of the whetstone that I got, I can, for anything I have, I can use... Whoa, wait a second. Remove these Ashes of War from Lord Sworn's heavy gray sword. Oh, wait, Oh, I can't apply it! That sucks! Okay, anyways, see how this one has heavy? That's going to be obviously better here. It's going to get me up to 285, whereas the other one is 276 for attack, so it's going to be a little bit better. But basically, for any armament here, I can do standard and quality, or at least standard. I can do standard for any of them. Yeah, just standard, and that's thanks to the whetstone that I have. And it also allows me to equip Ashes of War. All right, let's talk about rot real quick. So what I was realizing is everything here is based off of the Erd Tree, right? The Erd Tree is what is all the power comes from in this game. The Erd Tree is the great thing, and there are factions against the Erd Tree. It didn't always exist, but a lot of factions took its power and were given its power and give its powers to others, almost like the First Flame in Dark Souls. The thing about rot, when you think about it, is what happens when trees die. They start to rot away, right? So that makes it seem like the Scarlet Rot and the rot is really the tree, even though it looks fine, is probably starting to rot from within, is my guess. I haven't finished the game, by the way. I still have to finish it. I'm like 106 hours in right now and still haven't finished it. So if there's anything that I'm spoiling, I'm not aware of it. This is just what I think is going on. So it makes sense to me that the Erd Tree is possibly rotting from within. And this might have been because of the start of the Death Rune being stolen. It might have been happening anyways, and the Death Rune might not have had to do with it. It's just the excuse that's being told. I'm not sure. But the fact that the Scarlet Rot exists and how it came to be, it's probably the Erd Tree rotting away, and that's where it's coming from, and that's where that power comes from. Would make sense to me. It could be from something else, but that's my guess. All right, let's handle Margit. Can you see him up there? I don't know if you can. Oops. Maybe he warps in. Maybe? By the way, I am terrible at this fight. Apparently you can parry him and I can't. I need to practice it.
Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition. Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
Alright, so Margit the Fell Omen. So just like Smithing Master Hugh, he is a Omen character, which we were hearing a little bit about. Oh, whoa! I am doing some nice damage to him. Hell yes, that is awesome. Even though I just got whacked up by him in a spot I shouldn't have, but I appreciate the damage output here. That's pretty sick. Perhaps that should have been a point where I could get an attack in on him, and I didn't. Honestly, usually I can do this part of it without getting hurt once, so the fact that I've already been hurt as much as I have is pretty damn bad for me. But part of it's just me not, honestly, probably not knowing the timing of my ultra heavy sword here that I'm using. I love how I'm rolling shirtless. That has to really hurt. Ha! Wow! Wow, that was so bad. That was unbelievably bad. I'm sorry, guys, for the bad showing there. That was, like, terrible. Simply terrible. I did say I'm really bad at Margit, so I actually find it way more difficult than Godric, to be honest. Oh yeah, there was a summon there. I probably should have checked again who it is, but I'll check if I die. Otherwise, I don't remember it being anything ultra important, to be honest. Alright, 1, 2. Let's see if he does his tail swing. He doesn't. I'm gonna try to see if I can find my runes, but I really don't care that much. It was only 1,000 after all. Okay. There it is. Okay. Yeah, not really a big deal, but yeah, the Omen characters we're gonna find out a lot more about later on. They actually play a pretty large role here. I mean, especially like already, you can see Margit, like he's playing a big role. And the other question too that we have to ask ourselves is why, when we're being guided by the guidance of grace to find the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord, right? Supposedly that's the thing. It's supposed to be a good thing. We're supposed to be the guys coming to do it for everybody, and it's supposed to bring the world together, and Margit's not down with that. He's not down with that at all. So why? 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 What is the faction here going on? What is the thing that makes it so Margit not down with it, but other characters are very down with it and all that? And by the way, I don't necessarily know the answer for that. Some of this is stuff I'm still trying to figure out. These are the questions that are interesting me, that I think really need to be asked.
Tarnished.
Yeah, thank you. Why do you think I wear clothes like this? 1 and 2, and we're just gonna play it safe here and roll away afterwards, because this is the part where he messes me the hell up. Margit sucks during this phase. I suck at him. Margit sucks a big ol'... Hey. Oh my god. I hate you, Margit. I hate you. Nope. How did I survive that? What the... Oh my god, I didn't think I survived. I mean, I really should not have healed when I did. I can't believe I survived. I was being stupid by even healing when I did. That was just lucky. So I know if I bait some of those, like, further away attacks, that's the only thing I know, really, for him. But it's like, some of this stuff that he does when he's close up, I just do not know. I never figured out the pattern for it. He just messes me the hell up. Like, here... Oh, no, this one's fine. That one's fine. That's the good one. That's the good one. I actually got lucky that he decided to do that one, to be honest. Oh, he did it again. Ah, no! 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 Heal, you damn tarnished! Heal! I need to heal. I cannot attack him then. Gotta be safe. Gotta be smart. Gotta be smart. No! Give me a chance to hit you, Margit. You jerk. You absolute piece of shunk. Nope. Alright. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. I got 3 heals. It's all good. Actually, that's all that matters. If I got 3 heals, this should be okay. And I'll just keep on baiting his... Being an asshole, baiting attacks. By the way, you actually can stagger him if you hit him enough. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh my god! Really? Margit. You're the worst. You're the scum of the earth. That's why you're an omen. Just saying. That's an insult if you know the lore of the game. You were meant to be an omen. Oh. You deserve it. You deserve your omen-y fate. Done.
I shall remember thee, tarnished, smouldering with thy meager flame.
Shut up, Margaret.
In fear of the night, the hands of the fell omen shall brook thee no quarter.
Good, because I don't care. I don't need your quarter there. Keep your quarters to yourself. Okay, so we just got a talisman pouch from him, which, as you can see, is another talisman pouch. So now we can equip 2 talismans. I'm not going to, just because I'm trying to get to the point where I can actually equip some armor right now. Something I found out, by the way, this is important. Do not use Starlight Shards. Do not use them. It says use to gradually recover FP. They're limited. Don't use them. There's a use for them later. That's all I'm going to say. Do not use them. Okay, we good? We good? Cool. I think we good. Actually, are there talisman pouches in the key here? Let me see if there is. Yes. Small withered bag knitted by hand, bestowed upon the ruling lord or those attempting to become lord by the elderly finger reader. Increases talisman equip slots. The elderly finger reader, by the way, is in the Roundtable hold. As the voices of the 2 fingers, finger readers are said to live lives eternal, and one is even supposed to have served as a wet nurse to royalty. That's interesting. I totally forgot about that. So yeah, they're the ones who interpret what the 2 fingers say. I don't know why anybody believes them, but hey, here we are. Well, at least I can get 1 more endurance up. At least I can get 1. Does it do anything for me? Wait, you know, I want to see if I can put on clothes. Alright, alright. I can put on some chitin armor. Cool. Alright, I'll do that. It looks like I'm wearing sweatpants, but I'm okay with that. This is actually kind of amazing. You know what? I'm curious. What's the weight of this, then? 3. So maybe if I unequip that, I can put on some... Okay, we're going to do that, actually. Sure. Alright, alright. As much as funny as the night pants look is. Alright, so again, if you rested at this site of grace, and you hadn't gone to Caelid before, that's what was going to take you to the Roundtable hold, and Melina would have come and said, yo, what up? Let's go to the Roundtable hold. What say you? Something I don't understand is, sometimes I just don't understand when they do sites of grace like this, where there's one literally right next to another. I think what they do in this game is after some major boss fights, they choose to put a site of grace there. I think that was a bad decision. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like there's any real reason for it. There is some stuff we can explore down here, by the way, on one of these sides. Yeah, there it is. So, no, I'll just look at it right now. I don't remember if this one actually had anything interesting or not, to be honest. Oh, yeah, I should have come from the other way. Because, yeah, you want to drop down from there. Let's go back real quick. Pretend I didn't do this. Pretend I didn't do it. Just ignore it in your brains. Please, if you would. Also, as No Nonsense kind of lamented, in a way, on one of my other Let's Plays for my Bloodborne. I am sorry, by the way, that I'm not editing this like my Bloodborne Let's Play. It really is just a matter of me trying to make sure I have time. So, yeah.
You there?
Oh.
Come over here, would you?
Okay.
You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle. It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the castle undetected.
Okay.
Yes, that's the spirit. You're just the kind of tarnished that I like. I pray for your success.
He actually is trying to help us. He hates Godric. He's just another one who hates Godric. Can I kill him here? I guess so. Anyways, I haven't killed him in my own game. I've been trying to figure out how to really progress this quest. But yeah, he hates Godric. And see that thing around his neck? Again, that shows he's a follower of the Erd Tree and likely then the Golden Order. I think that's the Golden Order, but maybe I'm wrong. That could be a different thing. Okay, I was actually trying not to go down here because I... Ah, well. Is there anything else down here? I don't think there is. I guess I did it basically... Oh, no, there we go. There's something. So I guess I will go down. I take it back. And there's one of these. A Trina's Lily. No! No! I can't get it. Oh, how lame. Oh, well, at least I can quickly warp. And you know, I think I have time to run into the first branch of Stormvale. Eventually, actually, I'm going to come back and have him open up the gate here. I'm not going to do it yet, but I will do it before I finish just to show that off. So, anyways, let's go this way. I guess I'll go towards the first site of Grace and wrap it up there and fight my favorite enemies. My favorites. The eagles with claw talons, like sword talons. And by favorite, I mean I hate them with a fiery passion. They are the absolute worst. I truly, truly despise them. Smithing stone 2. Actually, I wonder how many I have now and how close I am to be able... Okay, so I need 3 more if I want to level up my weapon to +6. I can entirely skip this one, by the way, and just go ahead and run and get that Site of Grace if I want. Which, you know what? Whatever. Let's just do it right now. Just so I can warp back if I want to. It's just funny to me that I feel like... I mean, this Site of Grace does make sense, I guess, in a way, but... I don't know, because the next area section is kind of big, but... I feel like there really are some that are just a little too squeezed in together. And I'm not like a get good type of person. It's just more of like... Sometimes it's like, why have a Site of Grace literally right next to another one? You just don't need it. Because you want those bonfires, essentially, which is what they are, to feel really good when you find them. You kind of want to be relieved and be like, oh, yes, finally, I found it. It's a huge relief that I got this thing. And I think it sort of kills that in a way for a lot of them. For some, I mean, it always feels nice to find one, but that's ultimately my concern. Okay, I guess there's nothing up here. I actually wasn't sure, to be honest. I just thought I'd check. I didn't remember there being anything up here, but I also thought maybe I forgot to explore it. But we are now in a legacy dungeon, so basically we are now playing a Dark Souls game in a lot of ways. I mean, there's the jumping and crouching, but which obviously changes it up. But in a lot of ways, this is now Dark Souls. Oh my god, that was amazing. Did I just take out both of them? Sick. Stormhawk Feather. I hate these guys so much. They deserve it. They deserve it. A feather from a hawk that lives as one with the storms. These feathers enveloped in swirling winds are often used for arrow fletchings. And the other flight opinion that I picked up, flight feather of birds, commonly used for arrow fletchings. So, there you go. There is something over on the left side here, though. That's where you just saw me at. Actually, I wonder, there might have been more actually past that wall that I didn't look at. That I could check on later, but I think, is there a bird here? I can't remember. There are some bolts, which I will definitely never use because I never use a crossbow. There is that. It's funny, I actually have never worn this outfit before, so it's kind of cool to be wearing something different. Alright, and now we have a fun hawk ambush ahead of us. But the Site of Grace is right up there, by the way. Or, oh, right there. Oh, so I will have to come all the way back down. So basically, this is the annoying wraparound you're going to have to do if you fail. The ambush is coming from up there. I'll see if I can kill this bird, and I could not. I could not, and I am getting wrecked. Wrecked. Oh, God, I hate these guys. I hate these guys so much. Yeah, I hate them. Alright, I'm going to fast cut it. Well, that didn't take too long, actually. So, for some reason, I didn't think I was killing these guys with one hit with this weapon, but it actually is, so that's a nice perk. Alright. I woke... Oh, no! Why are they all awake? And I didn't even take out one of them. That sucks a lot. Oh, well. Come on. Alright. Where's the final one? Somehow he didn't wake up. There. Well, good thing this sword is absolutely OP. Smithing Stone 3. Oh, that's pretty nice for here. Yeah, it's a nice get, actually, for going around this way. Even though eventually you find a lot of them, but... At least for this early in the game, that's really nice to get. My weapon definitely is pretty overpowered, if we're being honest here. And I don't think I'm at a point where I can level up yet. No. Yeah, I want to keep going. Alright, I'm going to keep going. I just have to remember to do the editing. That guy's going to call his buddies out here, which sucks. A marred leather shield. Actually, it doesn't suck too much when you're guts. Alright, let's look at the marred leather shield. It's kind of fun to just like plow through this thing with this weapon, actually. Leather shield of Stormveil soldiers. Much like the castle is marred by mottling and thorns. Some say it is the curse of grafting which causes such affliction, while others talk of its roots being something altogether more sinister, hidden deep within the castle. Which actually, I know what they're referring to now. I didn't know before, but now I know. So, well, I guess, I didn't realize it was, like, more sinister, but interesting that there's, like, these theories in the game about it. Yeah, so we'll talk about when we get to that, for sure. That's the fun thing about me doing these two, is rereading these in descriptions as I go through and having a better understanding of things and being like, oh, maybe it means this. It helps me reconnect things. Weapon worn on the fist comprised of sharp parallel blades, favored by those who lurk in the dark. Lacerations cause blood loss with great effect. So it sounds like a really fun dex weapon. Claw weapons come in pairs, and two-handing this weapon will equip it in both hands. Sick. Yeah. 14 dex requirement. I can't even use it. I can hold a sword like this. Can't use claws. That's just sad. I'm trying not to sneeze. Yeah, so these guys just try to destroy you with those blow-up barrels, basically. That's what I'm going to call it. Do the commoner's shoes have anything interesting? I doubt it, but I'm going to take a look real quick. Modest shoes made of cloth, standard wear for commoners of the lands between, only there are no commoners remaining with their wits about them. What about the guy who I just spoke to? What about that guy? Smoldering butterfly. Okay. The weight of this weapon is so fun. You can actually hear it scraping the ground, and sometimes I'll hear the scrape and think an enemy's attacking me and realize it's just the scrape of my own sword. Which is pretty dang amazing. Alright, time for a trap! Oh no! Good thing I have a torch. I think there's only cutscene like this in this game. It's funny when you also hear him laugh, too. And if you get the dodge, it's actually perfect for getting a backstab in, as long as you pull off that dodge. So, pull off the dodge if you could. The dodge. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh my god, missing that was not good. I shouldn't have done an R2. Yeah, this weapon just takes these guys out. I feel bad, in a way, to be honest. Rusty Key has 0 lore on it, but I'll show you guys that. It's sad, but true. Opens a locked door in Stormveil Castle. Rusted Iron Key. I think this is actually a talisman that I like. The Cursed Sword Talisman. I take it back, or Curved Sword. I take it back. I don't use it, but it's good for some builds, right? A talisman depicting a curved sword and swordsman enhances guard counters, and that swordsman looks like the warrior class. It is said that a blind swordsman was the originator of this technique, the art of allowing one's opponents to strike so as to leave them vulnerable to a well-timed reply. Sounds like Dex, and even what I'm doing, actually, with this build. Alright, let's get out of the trap. And I'm not going to roll right down here. Oh, there's an item there. We'll get it in a moment. What I'm instead going to do is get this item first. Golden Rune 2. Yeah, there's like a few wind-arounds here, and eventually we're actually going to want to go to the like edge of the castle to like find the edge and roll off the edge. A lot of times there's a lot of hidden areas in this specific dungeon for like really looking over the edge at things. Just so you guys are aware. Make sure to watch out for that sort of thing here. I'm trying to think if I know any interesting Stormvale Castle lore, but to be honest, I don't know if I do, unfortunately, that I can talk about. But hopefully as I find these items, it'll kind of like awaken in a way, as I was talking about before, things that I've been reading and finding out about, and it'll help me really put the pieces together as I'm doing this. All right, some fire grease, and what we're gonna go for is that item over there, basically. I'm pretty sure, at least, that's what this one takes us to. So, yeah, and eventually we'll be able to get that too, but I don't think it's here. Oh, wait, actually, did I miss the drop down for that? I think I might have missed that drop. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Maybe I should unequip anything here, actually, so I can do a kick. Which, nope, not going to because of this. Great, never mind. Damn it! Oh wait, why did I even have a shield equipped? That was like, it's definitely part of the reason I couldn't equip more. Forgot about that. Alright, well, doing a little bit better. Okay, this is where this is, but brick hammer. Kind of forgetting where the other one was. Soldier's crossbow and brick hammer. Let's look at those. Weapon made from an ordinary stone brick, wielded by a laborer who led a rebellion and later became a champion himself. Even among the bludgeons of its size, this weapon is especially weighty. The strength of a giant is required to wield it. If I'm being honest with you, I don't know who they're talking about here, but hopefully I can eventually figure it out. Soldier's crossbow, a crossbow of simple make, usable by anyone, but lacking in both power and accuracy. Bolts must be equipped, which I have plenty of. But, okay, crap. How do I get down there? Oh, here. No? Maybe? Trying to remember. This is clearly the top of it. It looks like there's a entrance on... Oh, yeah. So there's an entrance on the side wall that wasn't available, or accessible, I should say, in the first game, the network test, but I believe it is available in this one, and that's what I was forgetting. So it's right here. St. Trina's arrow. It's because it wasn't in the network test that I forget about this one. Arrow carved to resemble a withered water lily, afflicts targets with a powerful sleep effect. Priests of St. Trina use these arrows to spread their teachings. The sweet oblivion sleep can be quite the habit. So, this is the second thing we've heard about with St. Trina, and it's always associated with slumber and sleep effects. Get out of here. Oh, that didn't work. Get out of here. There is going to be something that we can see at one point that we cannot get yet, that we're going to have to fall down to. Over there, that guy that we see there, that's the item I picked up at the very beginning of walking into this area. And that's it for here, really. I think that's it. So, yeah, I guess that's all we can do for this spot. I don't think I'm missing anything there, unfortunately. Oh, wait a second. No. For a moment, I was thinking maybe there's a ledge you could walk across, but I think I'm wrong there, so I think that's everything here. Yeah, I missed this drop. Guess I'll get that. Some more shoes. Anybody want some shoes? I got shoes. And we're coming pretty close up here to the next site of grace, which is gonna, for real, wrap me up this time. But I just had to do some Stormvale because that was what I was anticipating today, and then I just didn't at all. I do want to double check there. Okay, so this one I don't think we can get yet. I think we come back for that later. I'm pretty positive there's another drop that's going to take us there. And here, just to show you guys that. So see how it's over there? We're going to actually come down from this side of Stormvale to reach that. So don't worry too much about that one yet, is all I'm saying. Although I'm sure a lot of you guys have already played past this. But if you're curious and you didn't get it, there is there are a lot of areas, like I said, to look for drops in Stormvale Castle. And one that I actually missed. This one had to help me out with in comments. At an earlier point. Alright, the silver pickled fowl foot. No, I haven't really been reading these, but let's take a look. Four-toed foot of a fowl pickled in a silvery medicinal solution. It says old times, the needy would scrape the meat clean even off a fowl's claw. Temporarily boosts item discovery. Nice. You might say to yourself, is this where you drop? The answer is no. You'll die. Don't do it. Don't do it. You can also use a rainbow stone, by the way, to test out stuff like that. I think there might be something over here on this side. Yeah, there we go. Some mushrooms. Sick. Sick. Now that is the dream. Just trying to... Like, I don't think the drop was here. I think it's, like, over there where you drop down. Yeah, I think, like, that side is where you drop down to get to that spot that I was looking at before. I'm gonna keep on looking, though, just in case I'm forgetting something in my brain. And I don't think there's any reason to go there, but we're gonna take a look just in case. No. Wait, what's that fire? Nothing. It was nothing. What am I, stupid? Stupido. I'm gonna play it safe here. I'm gonna try to backstab this guy, because these guys are pretty strong. And after the backstab, if I don't kill him, I'm actually going to get away from him because he's going to start trying to do some whirls. And he's literally hit me off of the edge there. So, you know, that's cool. Luckily, I can stun lock him, so... I am a cheap bastard, what can I say? Again, if you guys don't like watching that, I'm sorry. I can switch back to another weapon. It's fun, and I don't know how many people know about this sword this early on and went and grabbed it. I just love guts. I just love Berserk. Want to be guts. What can I say? Alright, let's leap here, grab this item. Drawstring fire grease. If you miss those leaps, you're okay. You're just going to fall. Just don't fall in this hole. We're going to get this eventually. And up top there is going to be one way to go. Again, shortcut in the middle there. Shortcut here we haven't unlocked. And there are two directions to go. We can either head up that way or we can head out the window that way. But for now, I am going to rest at this site of grace, level up, and raise my endurance. Spell everything out. Gotta get that max equip load up so I can slowly, hopefully, equip my mask back on. I want my mask. I mean, I could unequip these or equip something that's not so heavy, I guess. And then, can I put my mask on? No. Fine. Fine. Yeah, it is. I mean, I know I could do that. Nah. It's alright. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And next episode, unless there's something I need to go back and do, it's going to be Stormvale time. So I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Later, guys. Peace.